Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be very exciting for coin collectors and treasure hunters because we are exploring two of the most valuable Monticello Jefferson nickel 5-cent coins ever produced. At first glance, a nickel may seem like a small and ordinary coin, but certain rare examples with unique mint marks, special varieties, and outstanding condition have become extremely valuable in the collector's market. Some of these rare nickels have sold for thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. In this video, we will take a closer look at the top two most valuable Monticello Jefferson nickels and understand why these coins are so rare and highly prized among collectors. So let's get started. First up, the 1964 Jefferson nickel has become a fascinating topic among coin collectors and treasure hunters. While millions of these coins were produced, certain circulated examples with strong details, rare varieties, and exceptional preservation can attract surprising attention in the collector's market. Many people overlook these coins because they are still commonly found in circulation, but some pieces from 1964 with the Denver Mint mark have sold for impressive amounts at auctions. Understanding what makes this coin special can help collectors and everyday people recognize a hidden treasure that might already be sitting in their pocket change. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the earlier Buffalo nickel. The design was created by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, who won a national competition to design the new coin. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse displays his famous Virginia home, Monticello. The year 1964 was particularly significant for U.S. coinage. During the early 1960s, the United States experienced a nationwide coin shortage as people began hoarding silver coins and collectible pieces. As a result, the United States Mint dramatically increased production to meet demand. The Denver Mint produced an enormous number of Jefferson nickels in 1964, each carrying the small D mint mark next to Monticello on the reverse side. Despite the high mintage, collectors have discovered that certain circulated coins from this year can still be valuable due to condition, strike quality, and rare die varieties. The 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel features a classic and elegant design that has remained largely unchanged for decades. On the front of the coin, the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson appears with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year, 1964. The obverse design is known for its sharp profile of Jefferson, detailed hair lines, and balanced lettering. The coin displays the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic estate. Above the building appears the word Monticello, while below it is the denomination, 5 cents, and the country name, United States of America. The small D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. In circulated condition, these coins typically show wear on Jefferson's hair, cheek, and the steps of Monticello. However, coins that retain stronger details on the steps known among collectors as full steps examples are considered far more desirable and can significantly increase the coin's value. Another interesting feature is the composition of the coin. The 1964 Jefferson nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it the familiar silver-gray appearance and strong durability. Because of this durable metal composition, many of these coins survive decades of circulation, making them an important part of American pocket change history. Although more than 1 billion Jefferson nickels were minted in 1964, the true rarity lies in the quality of surviving examples. Most coins from this year circulated heavily, which means high-grade pieces with clear details are far less common than the mintage numbers might suggest. Collectors actively search for well-struck coins with minimal wear, and especially for those with the coveted full steps detail on the Monticello building. Additionally, some 1964 Jefferson nickels exhibit die varieties, such as doubled lettering or unusual strike characteristics. These varieties can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. Coin collectors across the United States and around the world enjoy hunting through rolls of nickels hoping to discover one of these rare and valuable examples. As interest in coin collecting continues to grow online and through auction platforms, the demand for standout Jefferson nickels for 1964 remains strong. In most circulated conditions, a typical 1964 Jefferson nickel is worth only slightly above its face value. However, collectors know that condition is everything in the world of rare coins. A circulated coin with moderate wear may be valued at around $38 million, depending on its appearance and collector demand. Coins in much better condition, even if lightly circulated, can bring significantly higher prices. If a coin shows strong detail and minimal wear, collectors may pay anywhere from $38 million. The real excitement happens with exceptionally preserved examples. High-grade coins with full steps details have sold at major auctions for $38 million. Some pristine specimens graded by professional coin grading services have reached auction prices exceeding several $38 million, proving that even a small 5-cent coin can hold remarkable value. For collectors and coin hunters, finding a valuable 1964 Jefferson nickel begins with careful observation. Start by examining the mint mark on the reverse side to confirm the D from the Denver Mint. Next, check the overall condition of the coin, focusing on Jefferson's hair, the cheek area, and the steps of Monticello. Coins with clearer step lines are much more desirable among serious collectors. Another useful tip is to avoid cleaning the coin. Cleaning can damage the natural surface and significantly reduce the coin's value in the collector market. Instead, store coins in protective holders or coin albums to preserve their condition. If you believe you have found an exceptional example, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading, which can greatly increase buyer confidence and auction value. The 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel proves that even ordinary coins can hide extraordinary stories and surprising value. While billions were produced, only a small number survive in exceptional condition with strong details and desirable features. For collectors, the thrill of discovering one of these coins is part of the excitement of coin hunting. Whether you are a beginner searching through pocket change or an experienced numismatist studying auction catalogs, the 1964 Jefferson nickel remains a fascinating piece of American coinage history. Next up, the 1914 Monticello Jefferson nickel is one of the most well-known 5-cent coins in American numismatic history. Some collectors search through old coin collections hoping to find unusual pieces that may have survived decades of circulation. One example often discussed online is the 1914 coin claimed to have a Denver Mint mark and the Monticello design. Even when coins appear worn, rusty, or heavily circulated, they can still attract curiosity among collectors and hobbyists who are fascinated by older U.S. coinage and the possibility of discovering a hidden treasure worth far more than its face value. The Jefferson nickel was officially introduced in 1938 by the United States Mint. It replaced the earlier Buffalo nickel and featured a new design honoring Thomas Jefferson. The coin was designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, whose winning design included Jefferson's portrait on the front and his famous Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse side. The Jefferson nickel series did not begin until 1938. A Monticello Jefferson nickel dated 1914 would not be an official issue of the U.S. Mint. Coins from 1914 that resemble this design are typically novelty pieces, altered coins, fantasy mint creations, or misidentified coins. However, genuine early 20th century U.S. nickels from 1914 do exist in the Buffalo nickel series, and those coins can be highly collectible depending on their mint marks and condition. The standard Jefferson nickel design shows a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. Around the portrait appear the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date. On the reverse side is the detailed image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic estate, along with the words, "Monticello, 5 cents," and "United States of America." Coins described as rusty or heavily worn usually show significant circulation damage. In the case of nickels, true rust is uncommon because the coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. However, coins may appear dark, corroded, or stained due to environmental exposure or long periods in the ground. Even in rough condition, collectors sometimes examine such coins closely to determine whether they contain unusual die errors, mint mark varieties, or other distinctive features that might make them collectible. Collectors place a high value on authenticity, rarity, and historical importance. Genuine Jefferson nickels from the early years of production, especially from the late 1930s and early 1940s, are more commonly sought after than coins with impossible dates for the series. Because of this, a coin labeled as a 1914 Jefferson nickel with a Denver Mint mark would be considered extremely unusual and would require careful verification. When collectors encounter coins with unexpected dates or designs, they often submit them to professional grading services for authentication. In some cases, unusual pieces may turn out to be altered coins or novelty tokens, while in rare situations, they might represent mint errors or experimental strikes. The mystery itself often fuels collector interest and discussion within the numismatic community. The value of any coin depends greatly on its authenticity, condition, and demand among collectors. A genuine Jefferson nickel from common years in circulated condition may only be worth a small amount above its face value. However, rare varieties, mint errors, or exceptionally preserved examples can sell for $72 million in specialized coin auctions. If a coin claimed to be a 1914 Jefferson nickel were authenticated as a genuine mint error or experimental piece, which would be extraordinarily rare, it could potentially attract significant attention in the auction market. On the other hand, if the coin were identified as an altered or novelty piece, its value would likely be limited to curiosity or collector interest rather than major auction prices. For collectors interested in unusual coins, careful research and verification are essential. Always check whether a coin's design and date match the official timeline of U.S. coinage. Reference books, online numismatic databases, and expert opinions can help confirm whether a coin is genuine. Collectors should also avoid cleaning coins, especially those that appear old or unusual. Cleaning can damage the surface and reduce potential value. If you believe you have discovered a rare or mysterious coin, consider having it examined by a professional coin grading service. Authentication can provide clarity about the coin's origin and possible market value. The world of coin collecting is filled with fascinating stories, historical discoveries, and the thrill of searching for rare treasures. While the Jefferson Nickel series officially began decades after 1914, discussions about unusual or mysterious coins continue to excite collectors and hobbyists around the world. Every coin tells a story, whether it is a common piece of pocket change or a rare collectible that appears at auction. By learning the history of American coinage and carefully examining older coins, collectors can deepen their knowledge and perhaps even uncover a surprising piece of numismatic history worth far more than its original 5-cent value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos about rare and valuable coins. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries about coins that could be worth big money. See you in the next video.